What is up, the world of the living? My name is ZloyXP and welcome back to truly Bedrock! It's season 3, everyone!
Woo!
Kill Tiz!
Oh!
Oh
no!
Kill him!
Oh no!
Dead!
I'm escaping!
I can't!
Not me.
Oh wait, actually doing this now.
I'm stuck!
Wait, how did they... Did they just jump out? What?
Get him! Got out!
Get him!
Get them back in the pen, quick! It took half an hour to put them there! Oh no! They're free!
Why the vines
I'm
I'm trying to decide if
Sorry.
I want dibs
I know
on whatever
this
this house is up here.
That is
Oh.
a cool house.
Yeah, that is a cool
Right.
house.
Where?
There appears to be some
I think I'm
interesting
shooting.
terrain, but I'm not too bothered
Ah!
with that right now.
Ooh.
Are we calling dibs on houses? Is that what's happening?
Oh yeah, we can't. Wait, hold on.
Oh, there's
Oh,
glow
the
squid
one
down
on the
here,
hill.
peeps. Gonna get
Are
my
there?
first
Where?
glowing sack.
Wait, those are in the
Wait,
game?
what?
Yeah.
What? Is this the caves update?
I had...
It's like one of the only things that got added. Oh,
Why would
dudes,
they
there's
ever
an
do
actual
that?
villager down here. There's an actual villager.
Save him!
A real life one. I've met
Leave
him.
him alone.
It's
Save him.
called Gerald.
Rescue him!
I feel that that's
What
where
about
wrestling matters, but
Gerald?
okay, yeah, sure, go on.
Get in this pen, villager. You will survive, probably. I don't know. You might do. Possibly.
Right.
We'll
That
just go in
villager
that
is
hole
going to be
there.
the basis of our entire economy.
He is in a hole.
Knowing us, yes. You know, I've been in this world for like a few minutes and I still haven't punched a tree. I don't think I've seen a
starving
tree.
to death and have no tree, but I do have a villager in a hole, so I feel like,
that's,
you know,
that all
they're going
sounds
well.
like more of a you problem. I have 21 baguettes, and I plan on using them specifically to get the first diamond on the server. Again.
good luck with that.
Thanks. Are we sure they haven't changed anything about the old generation? This feels weird as all get out.
Yeah, we got
does
some
look very
weird
weird.
stuff going on, guys. I see like some end stone.
No, it's
What?
1.17, isn't it?
Who's
Should be
already
a new
been to the
block.
end?
There's loads of new blocks.
Please, are going to the end.
That's how it works. That's
Ooh,
always been like that.
ooh.
No,
Ruined
that's
portal.
definitely end stone.
Nah, you're mistaken.
Yeah, you probably got like a texture pack on or something like when we did that thing before with the diamonds.
Yeah.
It'd be fine.
Are you sure
Yeah,
it's
they
not
probably
moon
broke something in the
chunks?
update.
I mean, that stuff did crash into the earth after all.
It
Okay,
was.
moon chunks is fair.
What?
That is fair.
Stuff
Yes.
crashed?
Moon, earth, planet,
When?
like colliding.
When? Hey, hang on a
Oh,
minute. Weren't we in the vault a
Okay,
minute ago?
Just gonna...
I
Yes,
never made it to
and
the vault.
then what happened?
I can't remember.
I don't know.
Tiz is fine again, by the way, guys.
My eye's a little bit itchy though.
Yeah, that doesn't look good. But I mean, compared to like, you have an eye again.
Oh yeah, he did
Oh,
have like
good.
a pink eye before he got punched in the face. That was kind of weird right now.
Yeah.
Who punched him in the face?
Everybody to kill him.
Oh yeah, that's right. I
I
remember
did not. I tried to save him, but I was
missed.
muted, so no one could
Tried
hear
to
me.
save him, but I slipped.
No.
Oh, Tiz, I'm really trying to save you back here, but oh, my legs have stuck to the ground. Oh no! Oh dear! I was really trying hard. Oh no! Oh,
Well, I'm
you're
sorry,
dead
I
now.
can't hear you over the sound. Oh my god, what? I completely forgot that iron now drops in raw ore. As opposed
yeah.
to like the way it should. Okay, first block of deep slate acquired! The season can finally begin. I put it right back, sorry. So, quick question. I know this is a little bit of a hot topic, but do diamonds generate?
They're supposed to, I think.
And if they do, then where? Tell me
Yeah,
their
I'm not
exact
having any.
coordinates. I'll come there and stab them with a pickaxe. Repeatedly.
If I had food, Sloy, I can help you find diamonds, mate, because I know exactly where they are. There's a certain. I mean, I'm surprised you don't know, to be honest, because you've been playing Minecraft for so long. But if you go to certain Y coordinates, that's like where they're most common. But I don't want to say it out loud because people will just all of a sudden everyone will have diamonds. So
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
you see, the issue is that I don't believe you.
This is so pretty.
don't believe
I
me.
Okay,
think I
Zloy,
found where
Zloy,
I'm
Zloy.
basing.
Zloy, I'll tell you the secret to finding diamonds. They're on
so
Y37.
Yes,
I
that's
thought-
exactly what I was going to say.
Also, there was so much conflicting information about this update that my brain is a mush. I would actually believe you.
It's true. Why won't you believe me? I'm your best friend. I tell you truths always.
You are not my best friend, though.
Wow.
Sadness.
Wow.
I have a
Jeez.
very specific
Wow.
friend, Rankin. You are not the best one.
Wow. That.
Because I'm
Je-
the ultra best one, right?
There is no ranking above best friend. There is.
You just helped him find diamonds, and that's how he replays you, Silent.
Yeah, if he did, then congratulations. I successfully found an emerald.
Wow.
I found a bunch of emeralds. You're slow.
Wow. There's like a big, dry, moldy looking cliff.
Moldy?
Yeah, well, it's got like, it's all coarse dirt and moss blocks.
Imagine that there's actually like a cliff, but not a structure, but a person. Like there's just a guy called
Moldy looking
Clifford,
cliff.
and he's just standing in front of him, describing him as moldy and ugly.
Wow.
It's like,
Man, poor Cliff.
poor
That's our
Clifford.
newest server member. You're gonna treat him that way?
Oh, look, it's moldy looking cliff.
Did you really though?
Oh,
It's a silverfish.
Did you really?
There's more than
We
one
can share a house if you
silverfish.
want.
Axolotls.
Just get leads, man. Forget the don't worry about it. Don't waste
Oh,
time.
come on! No!
Oh.
Oh!
do you
Rip
know
Lord.
why I died in lava?
Why?
Do you want to guess? I found
Diamonds?
diamonds right next to it, and I
Oh, no.
and I wanted to like carefully get down, but the only water bucket I had was with an axolotl in it. And now that axolotl is dead with the bucket.
No.
Oh
There were several
Tiz!
several
Give me a
stacks
piece
of
of
iron ore there.
Thank you.
Oh.
I'm very lost
Sorry,
right
found
now.
you.
You're allowed to quit the game and come back later.
I have like no food. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm just gonna steal like a potato or a carrot or something.
Negative.
Oof.
Where were you?
Alright,
I've
more
got a
down
lot
in
of
the village.
food. I'm making my way
Oh,
to
you made
you.
it to the village. Okay. 'cause
Yeah,
I
I'm
have
in
Wanna
the
craft
village.
3 buckets just in case.
Still no
There we
food.
go.
I mean, on the
Where are you?
upside, I got
one.
this cool Zloy head now that I can put on whatever house I claim. And also, I'm back at the village because I had no idea how to get back here because I forgot to take the screenshots with the coordinates.
Hey,
Nice.
Zloy, don't forget you can wear it now. You can put it on your head.
At
Guys?
last, I can look like me.
Yeah, huh.
I've just seen the weirdest thing yet.
What?
Look at the
No.
moon.
Oh.
What's wrong with the moon this time?
Or is it broken again?
It's normal.
It looks
What?
normal.
What?
Well, this cannot be right. Hey there, welcome to the first proper episode of the Truly Bedrock Season 3. My friends, it's been so long awaited and it's finally here and I cannot believe it. Minecraft 1.17 is up and running and we're having a blast playing it. Unfortunately though, I had a little bit too much of a blast. As you saw in that clip that we just saw before the intro, I actually I fell in lava and lost everything I owned is what I was trying to say. That's right, all I now have to my soul is this spyglass that Mr. Beatstone gave me, which I'm loving more and more every minute. Like, look at this, it matches my skin, it matches my everything. It's so steampunky, it's great. And this house right here, which, now that I think about it, yeah, even the house is not really to my soul, because turns out DB claimed it before I did, and then I didn't notice that he claimed it, and yeah, see, that crafting bench in the ceiling, that was his claim for it, and naturally I couldn't tell that it's there, and I decided to live in here. So that's a fun property dispute for me to deal with later, but until then, welcome once again to Truly Bedrock Season 3. I need to get myself some friggin' gear, and for that, we need to do all the day zero mining all over again. Fun. So, okay, we gotta do some mining, and we gotta do some quality mining if we want to ever catch up to everybody else. Because, you know, last season I got the first diamond on the entire server. This season I'm apparently about to get the last one. There is, however, a little bit of an issue with mining in the current update, or at least with how I perceive it, because you see, I don't want to overstate it, I don't want to overblow this, but 1.17 kind of revolutionized the mining. There might be a whole separate video in it, in itself, but There is this subtle change that you probably already noticed that we completely just lost our minds over, and that to showcase which I am currently struggling to find a single piece of iron ore, even though... Oh, there! Oh, you see how iron ore now drops these little Mr. Doglevich looking things? If you don't know who Mr. Doglevich is, it's okay. Don't look it up. Some jokes are just for me. The trick is that now these things will come out of the iron ore, but not necessarily in the amount of 1. I mean, necessarily in the amount of 1 if all you got is this shoddy little stone pickaxe. But if you have yourself a fortune pick, then this is gonna be quite a different story now, isn't it? And also, it feels incredibly a waste to be digging any sort of material with anything except a fortune-free pickaxe. So here's my thinking. We get ourselves a villager, we trick him into selling us fortune-free books, we get a fortune-free pickaxe, and then we go drown ourselves in iron ore, because of course we're gonna drown ourselves in iron ore. Are there any villagers left in here? Come on, big money, big money, big money, big money, big money. Be not yet traded with. You have been traded with. Okay, new plan. Let's go steal ourselves a friend. Unlink from Liara's experience, Funes, you idiot. Nice. And... nice. Welcome to Librarian Bootcamp, where you'll be tortured until you offer... Okay, dude, you really gotta start. This is Librarian Bootcamp. Looting 2 is getting you nowhere in this industry. Now, I've been at it now for a couple hours, which is incredibly frustrating to say, because this fella, trust me, refused to give me the very enchant I kind of retrained him into a librarian form. But now, after a few hours of just basically placing and unplacing this lectern, I am proud to announce that I have finally convinced him to sell me mending for 16 emeralds. Which is not what I wanted. Not what I wanted at all. Just making sure between the two... I'm sorry, let me just... Between you and me, my friend. It's not what I wanted. But I'm gonna let you live with this. And I'm gonna lock you up on that. Because... this still might prove incredible. I like mending for cheap. I like it when mending is cheap. This does, however, mean that we will need a different librarian for fortune. Oh well, I guess we're also doing villager breeding today. Well, I don't know about you, but I'm having heavy season 1 flashbacks at the moment. Seeing how that's basically what I've been doing for the very beginning of it too. We got our mending guy, we got the farmer who I couldn't reprogram into anything else, but who I can still trade for emeralds and whom I already used to breed up some little tiny brats. So now I'm honestly just waiting for these two to grow up so I can either whip one of them into another librarian or whip another one into a toolsmith, because that's what I've been thinking while I was rerolling the librarian over and over again for several hours. How much probable am I to get a fortune pickaxe via a toolsmith than via a librarian? Because in my experience, the toolsmiths generally give you up to a 3rd level enchant with your pick, so getting a fortune-free pick out of a toolsmith is not impossible. In fact, I've done it before. The trick, of course, is that with librarians, the enchantment is their first trade, or one of the first trades, so you can tell instantly if this librarian is gonna be your guy or not. With toolsmiths, you won't be able to tell until you level them up the entire way. But hey, on the other hand, by the time you level a toolsmith up the entire way, you at least are guaranteed a diamond pickaxe. And you know what? My cheap butt could sure use some diamond tools in this moment. Also, I just now noticed that we're doing this all not on the sandy beach, but on a endstone one. Like an endstone island in the middle of a... Yeah, there may or may not be something just deeply broken about the world generation this season. This requires investigating. So here's my current loadout. We got a Fletcher over there. He's gonna be our emerald guy. Liara basically conditioned me by this point to use Fletchers and their sticks for, you know, emerald production. We got a blacksmith, who is a toolsmith around here, and I already went a little bit mining just in a nearby cave, for no good reason, getting coal, all just so we can level this guy up, because these fellas, let me tell you, they take quite a while. They take quite a while and quite a lot of effort to level up, unless you already have an iron farm, in which case you just kind of abuse this trait forever. Yeah, this is where it usually is a massive hiccup for me, because getting to this pickaxe right there is my goal right now. But then, and I just now am realizing that you cannot see my cursor for whatever reason, to get down here, we'll need to go through this. And that's half a stack per trait. Unless I'm willing to go get some iron, which again, would be an issue if I could just fortune myself some iron, which I cannot. Because this guy's presence here is, you know, my way of getting fortune. Quite a complicated setup, but hey, you know what? If we play this right, if we luck out, if everything goes the way I want it to go, not only will we have a fortune pick at the end of this, we also will have a way to produce more fortune picks. And you know what? With iron and every single ore currently being fortunable, people are gonna want it. People are gonna wanna pay for it. Well, one short forced mining trip with no fortune because all of you are useless. And I'm thinking that we're about to have ourselves a little bit of a moment of truth. Let's see. This, that, this. And here we go. And I'm afraid to even hover over this pickaxe. Fortune 1! It's as if he knew. It's as if he knew exactly the enchant that would just insult me. Just the exact enchant to just spit directly in my face. Oh my god, I don't think I'll be doing many more villagers this season, everybody. I'm pretty sure the villagers of this world just straight up hate me. What are you all staring at? Yes, I'm having a mental breakdown. You should feel really happy about it. Yeah, back to work, back to work. And just my luck, my first ever diamond tool is gonna be the sharpness axe. Which, admittedly, is still gonna make the Fletcher trading a little bit better on me. I'm gonna have a teeny bit easier time getting me emeralds. But buddy, you better work real hard on that master level pickaxe, because ooh, that zombification process and that zombie discount is still very much in the game. It's not really good news for you. And now for the final moment of truth. I have unlocked him. I have not yet seen what this pickaxe is. So we have an emerald and... Oh dearie me, friend, you are really playing it very not safe right now. Dude, did you realize that like a baby is only 20 potatoes? I could totally take you out, get on... Yep, just turn around, just run. Just run, never come back. On the other hand, we could at least buy ourselves a diamond pickaxe. Maybe disenchant it later? Do something with it? I don't know, re-enchant it myself. Actually, come to think of it, this entire time I had 40 levels on me? Yeah, I don't know why I didn't just go and enchant the pickaxe myself. You're on thin ice though, buddy. I'm coming back. And I don't know what I'm gonna do with you. Well, it's just my luck that Foxy does have enchantment setup in his in his little home down here already for the 30th level, because of course he does, because this is truly Bedrock. This is somehow Thursday stuff for everybody but me. He doesn't have a grinder though, so that's a little bit frustrating. Do I seriously have to unenchant this myself? Here's your grindstone, you slackard. Made sure to put a drip leaf up here though, because of course he did. Okay, disenchant this, plop this here, and break in 3. Yeah, we'll have to do quite a bit of manipulating to get through to this. And there we go. Fortune 3 on the maximum level. I don't have enough levels to do that. Game. Why must you torture me this much? What have I done to you lately? Okay, finally! It only took every single mechanic there is in the game, but we finally have our Fortune 3 pickaxe, and would you look at that! It has an extra efficiency 4 to go with it. Oh, this feels nice. Well, we got our Fortune 3 peak, we got our villagers, we got a mountainish biome that is looking incredibly flat. Again, the wall generation of this one is completely bonkers. And there's only one thing to do. I guess we gotta try our new tool out. And while we're at it, let's just talk a little bit about how I feel and I think the Caves and Cliffs update, even in its half-baked state of right now, is already revolutionizing mining in Minecraft as we know it. So join me, why don't you, as I plop myself down this here ravine, which I'm pretty sure somebody has already exhausted quite a bit. But you know what? There's plenty of caves around. I'm sure we'll be fine. Whoop, 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 whoop. Diamonds! I don't know why I'm so happy about it. I just made myself some villagers that allow me to bypass this item entirely. Well, I was honestly hoping to talk about this while caving, because it seems like the update and you know, the general update, not just Caves and Cliffs Part 1 but Part 2 also, are gonna be focusing on reframing mining for players from the strip mining or street mining or stripe mining or pothole method for that matter, into the way casual players are doing the mines, which is to say caving. Exploring the caves, after all, is infinitely more fun, even if it's also infinitely more dangerous. But here's the trick though, and that's something that I've encountered like a while ago when I was playing the game first myself. If you are stockpiled on food, if you are well prepared for the mining trip, and if you are not entirely late game just yet, which most people turns out are really not, it actually gets quite challenging to manage your inventory basically 10 minutes into your mining trip. Like, yeah, okay, I got my fortune pickaxe on me, I got my diamond pickaxe with me. I'll be gathering a lot of materials before I'm ready to go home. Especially I'll be gathering a lot of materials if that pickaxe is fortune mending. Because fortune mending pickaxes, if you haven't figured out yet, basically fix themselves. Silk Touch can't necessarily do that because it doesn't break down the ores, so it doesn't extract the experience. Whereas Fortune kind of approximately fixes itself as fast as you break it, if you encounter all of the coal and if you break it down for yourself. But then it inevitably comes down to the moment where your inventory is full and you don't know what to do with it. So you just plop down a crafting bench, and what you used to do is you would make yourself a block of coal, you would make yourself a block of lapis, you would make yourself a block of redstone to condense your ores, maybe rearrange them a little bit for more clarity, and then you would have to make yourself a furnace, plop it down, and smelt. And smelt and smelt and smelt until it all is smelted, and then you would take the ingots that would come out and put them into blocks, allowing yourself to on one hand, save up 9 times the inventory that you would have needed for the same amount of, say, iron. Or, also, unfortunately, getting extra half an hour to an hour just to smelt all of this stuff. While playing on public servers, I have encountered numerous places where the players would set up a little furnace, crafting bench, and a chest as a temporary measure, as a temporary way of recombobulating themselves before continuing a much longer mining session. But while waiting for their ores to smelt, they would abandon that temporary post, forget entirely about where they left their furnace, and just leave. I scored myself so many stacks of iron by simply stealing it from somebody else's furnaces that they completely forgot about. And it's actually kind of an issue that this update completely takes care of it. We already came close to fixing it back in Village and Pillage update when we got introduced to blast furnaces, because blast furnaces would naturally smelt ores twice as fast. So what I would do is, while everybody else would just usually go mining with a silk touch pickaxe, because that way you get your stone, but also you save up on the inventory space because the ores don't break down. What I would usually do is I would get a blast furnace with me and speed up the mining, or at least speed up the smelter rating of my ores, allowing myself to save up on the inventory space. Here, however, we run into the new mechanic that has been introduced, or rather a revamped mechanic of the ingot blocks. You see, instead of ingot blocks, now we get blocks for raw ore. So we just get raw iron, we put it in this pattern, and we get this very convenient tiny block. This basically saves us up an entire half an hour of waiting for several stacks of stuff to process. We can pack everything up in the 9 pattern, and it especially is super useful with something like copper. Naturally, shulker boxes kind of get rid of this issue a little bit, but only a little bit, and shulker boxes, you gotta remember, is an endgame item. Therefore, I can carry with me 9 stacks of iron ore without smelting it, and it fits into a single inventory spot. This is actually incredibly big as far as I am concerned, because for more casual players or early game players, which kind of I'm using more or less synonymously here, I'm sorry dear casual players, for them this is a very, very convenient thing, because what they're looking in their mining is not just getting a bunch of materials, it's also going on a little bit of an adventure. And not having to stop every 10 minutes and smelt their stuff just so they can carry it with them allows them to have a much more full experience, a much fuller, longer and bigger adventure, which with the landmarks that are gonna add, no doubt, in the next update, in the Caves and Cliffs Part 2, I feel is gonna be like truly a very, very fun experience, a very, very interesting thing that they did here. This feels like it's a very big change to me, and if you tried mining and caving and doing all that kind of stuff in the newer update, let me know if that actually was something that you noticed, because it's definitely something that I noticed from the very few minutes that I did mining before, when the season just started, you know, before I fell in lava and died. Actually, come to think of it, I have the coordinates of that diamond patch on video. I can totally go there and snatch that diamond ore with fortune peak now. It's extra funny to me that this entire change kind of came out of necessity of not flooding the player's inventory with a second variant of the ores, because they wanted to introduce deep slate ores that are, you know, longer to mine and slower to, you know, consume and all that kind of stuff. That's the solution they decided. They decided to make every type of ore drop their material instead of just drop as a block, which actually makes digging with Silk Touch an absolute nightmare now that I think about it. And hey, between that and Silk Touch not really being compatible with mending as far as regular, like, not intentional fixing goes, they just did Silk Touch dirty. And hey, it's one of my favorite enchants ever, to be completely honest with you. I like Silk Touch pickaxes, they're great, they're super useful for gathering large amount of stones, but this change kind of makes them into a specialty tool, which is gonna be a little bit weird, because the Silk Touch enchant is just more available than the Fortune. That's why people usually use it more often than not, as that's why people used to use it before the Deep Slate ore. But now Deep Slates actively discourage you from having axolotls. Oh crap! Now Deep Slate ores actively discourage you from having the Silk Touch pick on you, and the packaging of the raw ore blocks actively encourages you to have a Fortune one on you. So yeah, that debate kind of went completely sideways. I feel they did Silk Touch a little bit of a dirty here, but honestly, I'm welcoming any change that freshens up one of the basic mechanics such as digging in this game. And hey, most of the materials available in the mines are available later in the game if you are into making farms anyway. So you know, it's not that big of a deal when you really get down to it. It's just something that makes your first couple of days in the game just more interesting, and even more interesting once the full generation comes out. You know, when the wall generation tweaks come out and the caves become, instead of these like very claustrophobic tunnels, into giant sprawling caverns from which you can actually trace your way through. There's actually another point I was pondering as I was figuring out the overall quality and quantity of the update. And that is, well, the Lush Caves. The Lush Caves? The Lush Caves. Yeah, them. They're a little bit of a puzzle as far as I personally am concerned, but I think I actually figured out their kind of a game design purpose, if especially in the point of increasing the longevity of a mining session for a casual player, or at least of a caving session, let's put it that way. You see, I don't know how rare Mojang wants the caves, the Lush Caves, to be. Right now, they are incredibly rare in the Part 1 generation, at least on the Bedrock Edition, or so I heard. Now, the whole generation of our server is naturally messed up completely, so the Lush Caves are all over the place. And here's one thing, right? What is there in the Lush Caves? It's pretty much just glowberries and moss. And here's the thing, glowberries can be eaten. They don't provide a lot of nutrition, but they do provide some nutrition, allowing potentially a lost player to get at least a little bit of an edge and maybe a little bit of a hope that they will come home. At the same time, moss is basically just, you know, azalea trees, but ungrown yet, which might provide an underground source of sticks for a player in need of torch materials. They basically serve the same purpose, like in a lot of ways, as the mine shafts. Now, sure, abandoned mine shafts, they do have some treasure in it, but when you are just playing Minecraft and you have no bloody idea where you are, having found an abandoned mine shaft is kind of a saving throw, kind of an absolute lucky strike, because mine shafts are basically made of planks. So having a source of planks in the middle of a cave is really useful when you are running out of crafting table and torch materials. Meaning that you will be able to go longer without resurfacing, and potentially, if you got lost, even finding way home, or at least, you know, getting to actually dig up before you run out. Naturally, for a starter player, there's also might be an issue of a broken pickaxe, and well, guess what? Can't make a pickaxe without some sticks, and that's where the sticks are usually coming from. That might also be just me running my mouth, though. I really do not know. It's a little bit too early to judge what exactly the azalea trees and the lush caves are gonna be in the place, in the overall, in the grand scheme of things. But this is where I would take them, which probably is not saying much because I'm not a game developer. Neither am I a game designer. I'm just a person who played entirely too much Minecraft and has gotten himself lost in an abandoned manshaft entirely too many times. There was this one time when I had to actually survive on nothing but spider eyes for quite a substantial amount of time. I actually did find my way home that time. Quite proud of that, to be completely honest. Unfortunately, I was not recording YouTube videos back then. Anyhow, thank you for listening to my underground podcast. I look forward to hearing your thoughts on the somewhat minor tweak that they did to the entire, raw ore situation that, in my opinion, is gonna absolutely tune the world of caving on its head. At least, if you actually bother to think about it. I really do think that this is gonna revolutionize the way we think about material gathering, at least in the early game for sure. In the meantime, though, I need to get out and, bring all of the materials home. I'm actually really curious what all of this is gonna look like unpacked. Mostly because I'm not actually resurfacing because I ran out of inventory space. I mean, it might appear so, but there's a lot here that can be condensed. I actually am resurfacing because I ran out of time for this episode, and I actually wanted to be there on time. Now to find my way home, somehow. Hopefully. You'd think that Liara's giant rod of copper would be more visible from wherever it is I am. I guess I might for entirely too long. Oh my god, no. No, I was wrong. There it is. There's the road. I can't believe I'm actually unironically using the spyglass that Beastone gifted to me, but nope. Yep. This is definitely it. The direct purpose use, isn't it? Okay, let's come home and count how much we got away with. So, here's all that we gathered unpacked. Why does it not fit into one single chest? I do not understand. And also this here decided to headbutt me a little bit earlier, and we are still not on talking terms. Mister, don't you show me your butt! Why did I zoom in on that? I don't know. Anyway, here's the coal. Here's the raw iron. Here's the redstone dust. Here's the lapis. Here's all that kind of stuff. And here's the copper chest, which I do not look forward to waiting for all of this to smelt. I super do not look forward. Luckily, I won't have to, because all of this is going towards the Liara's giant tall whatever it is fund. I am pretty sure she's just airing this out so it oxidizes. Point being, we're gonna get this to her, this for myself, and all of this needs to be processed, which is why I'm really glad that we have the blast furnaces. I'm sorry, I love the zoom in animation, I love the little sound that it does. Spyglass. I'm incredibly happy with it. Honestly, I was kind of confused about this update. I wasn't really that impressed by the features that are out already, but as soon as I encountered them, hi, can I help you? I actually am kind of charmed by them, except for you little... I don't even know. I don't even freaking know. Anyway, I'm gonna go get this into the blast furnaces, get that smelted, decide what I'm gonna do with my giant pile of villagers, because they're a giant headache now. And in the meantime, that's gonna be it for today's episode. So thank you everybody so much for watching. This has been ZloyXP. This has been truly Bedrock. Let me know what you think. Do leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and of course do subscribe so you won't miss the next one. To be continued. Have a good one. Bye bye. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, work, damn it. Why won't you work? Okay. It might need a bigger redstone network. Something like that. Right. Let's try some other time.